Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Princess X. I actually came back from work a while ago, but I decided to just lounge around, play some, random nukige. So, the nukige that I'm talking about is actually not like a visual novel. So, there's like a lot of random junk nukiges out there nowadays where people put like RPG Maker stuff. Or like the game is actually with RPG Maker engine. And you beat up like monsters and stuff, and then you get rewarded with sex. So I was playing like a random game like that, and yeah, here I am, right after that. And false alarm, yesterday I said that I was gonna be like angry at someone because they didn't message me while I was recording on the last episode. But turns out, because I had OBS open, I didn't get the notification, and in fact, the application didn't even like update the fact that I have a notification or a new message. So yeah, false alarm, they actually sent me the data. All is good. But yeah, here we are back again with Princess X. And let's talk about the last episode recap, shall we? On the last episode, we did 2 dates. One with Komadori, the second one with Lady Tegasu. Still remember her name because we just or I just recorded yesterday. Before, the reason I forgot her name was because I haven't been recording for a week, so the names of the characters aren't really ingrained in my mind just yet. But I don't know how long this game is gonna be, but the fact that we're already, I assume this is a choice, right? This is a route selection choice. Maybe it's not gonna be all that long. This is like the 5th episode? I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, we just did 2 dates, and before that, we talked with our dad, trying to cancel the engagements, and he just threw us out of the bus by making us have individual dates with all of the characters. So without further ado, let's start our next date with Proxy. And after that, we'll probably do Naja. I probably won't be like saying I like Proxy when they have this like if you like X after the date or not. Because the only like girl that I kind of don't really like is probably Proxy. She's not really all that interesting. Even though I do like her design. Like the design of her female body anyway. I don't particularly care too much about the centaur part. But yeah, let's go with this. Now then, you might realize that the last couple of episodes my voice might have been a bit louder because I actually turned up the makeup gain, and it seems that increases my voice volume by about 3 decibels. So kinda loud. Sorry about that. It might still be loud right now, but it shouldn't be as loud. Hopefully. I have a date with Proxy tomorrow, but I'm worried. How can we hide her appearance? I can't use magic, so there's nothing I can do. I thought about relying on the others, but none of them would help their rival in a date. What should we do? I've made plans too. I've been thinking, I should use this date to show her our world. In that case, her physical appearance will really get in the way. There's the usual tail rattle. Naja's come into the living room. She sits down next to me. This is the only date so far that actually has outside influence other than the girls. By the way, this sound means she's grumpy, if I'm not mistaken. She seems to be reading my date plan out of the corner of her eye. Well, I don't mind if she looks.
新一、明日はプロコとデートか。
Yeah.
何か困っているようであるな。
That's unexpected. Naja seems interested in my date with Proxy. I guess she would be. It's a date with her bitter enemy. She's hoping it'll be a failure. Or so I think. But her attitude seems different. You can tell?
無論である。それだけ眉間にシワを寄せてればわかる。ヨが新一の悩みを当ててみせよう。ズバリ、奴の外見であろう。
You got it.
簡単な推理であるのだ。
Have you been reading books again? Mystery manga or something?
デートプランのメモを見ればわかる。汝は人の多い場所に行きたいのだ、とな。
Yeah.
だが、そうなれば奴のサイズ、そして馬そのものの姿は問題となる。
Yeah, that's right.
世も、新一たちからすれば異形のものだ。しかし、寛大なる世は、そなたらの流儀に合わせた。そなたら人間の形に見せることにした。だが、プロコは違う。奴は聖騎士。シリウスの右騎士にして、自らも法皇の姫。プライドは大変高い。わざわざ人間の姿にはなるまい。
Ah, I see. So that's the real obstacle.
なんだ？それ以外で悩んでいたのか？
I was wondering how we'd change Proxy's appearance, or hide her. I didn't realize she wouldn't want to in the first place. But thanks to Naja's explanation of her background, I can see a little why Proxy is so obstinate. I can see a little why Proxy is so obstinate. I feel like that sentence is wrong. I think a little is not supposed to be there, right? Like, I feel like the translator of this visual novel is also not native English. Because I understand that, and in my language, that actually makes sense, but I feel like the sentence structure shouldn't be that way. I can see why Proxy is so obstinate. Unlike the other girls. This is a pretty major problem. It might be better to scrap the current plan and go somewhere with no people.
ま、ヨが魔法をかけてもよいぞ。
The fact that Proxy has to have influence from other, like, heroines to make her seem more appealing kinda rubs me the wrong way. Makes me feel like she's actually not all that, interesting in the first place. Is that okay? Isn't she your enemy?
まあ、それぐらいはしてやろうではないか。ハゲ山に干し肉を積むのことわざもある通り。
That's a saying? What does that mean?
相手に施しをするという意味だ。こっちでは何という？
Love thy enemy. Maybe.
そのまんまであるな。まあよい。本題だが、あやつに魔法をかける際、注意せねばならぬことがある。プロコの魔法抵抗力では、完全に姿を変えることはできないのだ。
You can't.
そこが聖騎士どもの厄介な点よ。極大攻撃魔法や分解魔法でさえ、その気になればかき消すほどだ。もっとも、カタログの騎士どもを相手に、長い年月戦ってきた世の帝国は、それを超える強さだが。
Sure. I need to rethink the date plan, huh?
まあ、しょげるな。世が良いものをくれてやろう。
Naja hands me a small box covered in velvet.
誰かにプレゼント用の包装をしてもらえ。奴はそれなりに用心深いが、男からのプレゼントは油断して身につけよう。
What is this?
新奇跡のペンダントだ。見たいものを見せるようにする魔力を持つ。さすがの聖騎士の魔法抵抗も、この石の前では無意味よ。
It makes people see what they want to see, huh? I wonder what I would see. Maybe like a naked girl or something. Isn't that like dangerous? That sounds really impressive, but how do I use it?
他者がどう見るかが大事だ。おそらく新一はプロコをプロコとしか見ない。だが、他のやつにはおそらく美少女に見えよう。
You sure I wouldn't be seeing a naked woman instead?
無論、よほどではないがな。 人が見たいものというのはそういうものだ。まあそれを連れているのが新一だと気づいてまた認識が変わるかもしれないが。
So they won't notice that Proxy is half horse.
この世界に似たような騎士どもが闊歩しているなら効果は半減する。しかし新一の世界に奴らは空想上の存在なのだろう。ならば大丈夫だ。ただサイズまでごまかすのは難しいので背の高い女と映るだろうがな。それから人混みは避けよ。後ろ足を物理的に消しているわけではない。奴に近寄れば蹴られて怪我をするだろう。
Got it. But to me, Proxy will still be Proxy, right?
不服でも
That's not what I meant.
ならばそれ以上は気にするな。こちらの世界には世たちに興味を示す秘密結社や魔術結社があると聞く。そうしたことに頓着せず騒ぎをまき散らされては世が迷惑だ。だから防衛させたいというのもあるのだ。
I feel like she's caused enough incidents herself. But right now, I'm grateful. I'll accept her present. It must be unpleasant for Naja to lend Proxy a hand. I don't know. Their interactions so far doesn't make it seem like they really hate each other all that much. The next morning,
新一、おはよう。ヘビ女の姿が見えないが。
Naja is still in her room. She's studying for school.
あやつが？どういう風の吹き回しだ？
She said it's important to learn how to live in this world if she's going to be together with me.
この世界で暮らす？バカを言え。あの目安子はいずれゴルゴネオン帝国を継ぐものだ。異世界に住むはずが。
It's probably because her mother is alive and well.
なるほど。しばらくは11世の御代だ。わからんでもない。
Now then, I wouldn't mind talking more about Naja, but I'd better give Proxy that present. I have a present for you.
新一から？私にか？
Proxy's face turns bright red. Yeah, she's cute when she makes that expression.
すまん。こういう時どんな顔をしていいのか。それに何と言えばよいのだろう。
She is a bit too thin though in my opinion. She looks really fit, but I don't know, she needs some more meat on those bones. Don't worry about your face. It's enough to just say thanks.
そうか。ありがとう。
Proxy smiles. Yeah, that suits her. Then put it on and let me see it.
今ここでか？
Yeah.
わかった。なんだかもったいなくてな。こういうのは修道騎士を卒業した時の王朝の件以来だ。
I feel like with how happy she is, I feel kind of bad for lying to her about it. You know, the fact that this is technically a gift from Naja, and it's not really a gift, it's more so they just hide her appearance. She unwraps the present, happy as a child. When the velvet jewel box emerges, her eyes go wide.
これは高価なものじゃないのか？
Nah, it's not such a big deal. The contents sure do look valuable, but I didn't expect to hear that about the box itself.
このように綺麗な装飾のされた箱など見たことがない。我が国が貧しいのか、新一の世界が豊かなのか。
I just think you live in a Stone Age, Proxy. I was gonna say her full name because I forgot her, what's the word? Call name? No, nickname for a sec. No, forget about the box. Come on, open it. Open it. Proxy takes the necklace out of the box. She stares at it closely for a little while.
これはルビーか？なんと美しい。
Nah, I'm glad you like it.
本当に高いものだ。これは嬉しい。これはああ、そうか。他の女に 渡しているのか。
Huh? This is for you, Proxy.
そうかそうか。なるほどな。それは互いに平等になってよい。
I'm saying this is only for you. This is something just for you, Proxy.
まさかそんな。そうか。私にか。だが私は新一たちのように日本足ではないし変身もできない。そのような私がこのようなプレゼントをもらっていいのだろうか。
Well, it's a special item, so I'm sure it won't cause trouble for you either. I pick up the pendant and present it to Proxy. She lowers her neck to let me put it on. Proxy's expression darkens. I can tell she's seen through me. Nothing for it. I'll start over and explain. You noticed?
魔法が含有されている。これはあれだな。ナージャからもらったものだな。
Yes, that's right. Should have just told her from the start. I feel like, yeah, it's such a bad thing to, you know, like make people happy and then they realize that, you know, that they're happy for the wrong reason. Or in fact, they shouldn't be happy at all because the intent wasn't really what she thought.
そうか。イラリとするな。
Don't get mad. I was worried, so Naja gave me that to help.
これは認識を変えるものだな。やはり私の外見が問題なのか。
That's right. But it's not that I don't like how you look. I just want to be able to show you around. I wanted to see the world I live in.
見る分にはこの姿でも問題ない。
No, just watching from the outside isn't enough. I wanted to see the inside too. There are people, dogs, animals, everyone living their lives.
私を高貴な目にさらしたくないからか。
I mean, it's not right. Because you look different from everyone, they can't see what you're really like.
本当の姿。
Yeah, the more time I spend with you all, the more I realize what each of you is really like. I don't know, Shinichi. The prologue and the first and second chapter makes me feel like it's not enough time for you to suddenly change your behavior like this toward monster girls. Not on the outside, on the inside. I'm going on a date with you to confirm that, Proxy.
それでこれが必要なのか。よし。わかった。だったらいいだろう。あのヘビ女のよこした魔法の品をこの首にかけてやろう。
For all I know, though, Shinichi might be lying out of his ass. She puts the necklace on.
さあ、これでいいだろう。では、デートを楽しもう。
And so we go for a walk through town. She looks like the usual Proxy to me, but I wish they actually show you the horse part when we're like this. I feel like it's a bit disingenuous of the game to make this into a monster girl nukige, but only show Proxy's good side like this. To the people on the street, it's different. She's just a tall beauty, and she isn't wearing armor. We check out an exhibit called Local Art in the Renaissance. They have Renaissance era works displayed alongside works by local artists. It shows you what the Renaissance passed down to the modern era, from broad but intimate perspective. Proxy seems moved by the display.
芸術というやつか。我が国でも宗教絵画を担当する美術館はいたが、このように自由な絵を描く状態ではないな。
Oh, really?
我がカタログで芸術をやれるのは、それぞれの宗教指導者を抱える部署だけだ。だからこうやってみんなが集まってやっているのは驚きだ。
Proxy's country has been at war with Najas for a long time. They must see art as an amusement for those who can afford it.
こういう世界もあるのだな。私は今日はとても嬉しいよ。
Ah, that's good. For now, it's just good that she's enjoying a peaceful world. That makes it worth inviting her.
しかし神に関しての絵が少ないのが気になったな。どういうことか。
I don't know.
そうか。ところで新一、お前は神を信じてるか？この世界の人間種たちは気のせいか信仰心が薄いような。
Oh, it's about time for it to start. We'd better hurry. Man, I really feel like people who do this, who just runs away instead of actually answering people straight out. I don't know, I don't really like it. Why not answer when you can just be truthful to it? Like, there's no downside to actually answering her question right here. I could understand if it actually makes you feel uncomfortable, but I don't know.
そうか。
That would have been difficult to answer, so I changed the subject in a hurry. It might be a dishonest response, but it was a necessary measure. Is it really difficult? It's not. You can just say that Japan isn't very religious. Religion, like baseball, is a topic better avoided, and that's a well-known fact. Is it though? I feel like there's no topic I feel like is all that taboo for me.
では急ぐか。そうだな。その新一。
Maybe then again though, I haven't really found anyone who's like a total fanatic, who's into cults, who's just like not really broad-minded, I guess, that wouldn't accept, you know, like these questions about why we should always question things and be skeptical, right? There's no 100% right answer. Same deal with religion and everything that we believe in, I think. Always need that form of skepticism in anything that we do.
よければ私の背に乗るがいい。
Eh?
時間がないのだろう。だったら私に乗って急ぐべきだ。
This is so awkward, but I personally feel like I would ride a monster girl if she's a horse. I think that'd be pretty cool, but then again, I don't know. Does that mean that I treat her as a horse instead of a girl? Is that... I don't know. But...
いいからさあ乗れ。
Even if it's proxy, this is my first time riding a horse, so I need courage. Also, how will this work with the magic that makes her look human? I guess you would look like you're being piggyback ride? Since people can't see the horse part, won't it look like I'm floating in midair?
新奇跡のネックレスは人の認識を狂わせる。これがあれば問題はないはずだ。何を恥ずかしがることがある。
Embarrassed? No, it's not that I'm embarrassed.
いいから乗るがいい。
Eh? Ah! Hold on a second. I thought that was just a sec. A family is passing in front of us. At that moment...
あれ、お馬さんがいる。
What's that?
バカね。どこにいるのよ。目の前だよ。
I guess children aren't affected by the stone. The kid pointed in our direction.
こら、失礼でしょ。
The mother hurries her child along. The child turns back again and again, waving to us.
お馬さん、バイバイ。
I don't think a child would be that nonchalant about seeing a horse or, you know, a half horse, half lady person. It feels like something might go wrong. Safer to just walk. That was a surprise. I wonder why they could see you, Proxy.
おそらくだが、あの子は子供。まだ大人になっていない。つまり、認識が成熟する前だ。このペンダントは認識を歪めることしかできない。 こんなところに異世界の種族がいるはずがないという思い込みを利用してな。だが
A child with no prejudices can see through it?
そうだ。まああれぐらいの年の子だ。私のことなど忘れてしまうだろう。
True. Still, it's a bit of a pity.
どうしてだ？
I hope it'll become an important childhood memory. The fuck? No, it shouldn't! Are you kidding me? It would fucking ruin that kid's brain if they found out that there's a fucking half horse, half girl living in real life. It would actually fuck up his, like sexual preferences. Don't you think that that kid is gonna grow up like wanting to fuck a horse later on in his life? What the fuck? This is actual retarded reasoning right here. Something precious to hold on to, even growing up. What the fuck is wrong with this guy suddenly? He was okay in Komadori and also Tegusu's, like, date. Why is he suddenly pro Monster Girl?
新一にもそういうものがあるのか？
I feel like I do. Or maybe I don't. I can't remember well. That's why I think it's a shame to forget.
そうか。私にはそういったものはないな。柔道師として修行し、騎士として修行し、仮面に恥じぬようにと修練して、今の私があるのだ。
So that's how it was. Maybe that's why she's so inflexible.
なんだと？
Damn! Did I say that out loud? Man, people who do that, like unconsciously, are so dumb.
新一、お前の言っているのは融通ではなく、ただのいい加減だ。あの魔女の悪影響が長すぎたか。
Naja has nothing to do with it, but I prefer a carefree lifestyle too.
私と結婚したら少年が治るぞ。
It might be good to build character, but...
騎士団譲りの直し方だ。覚悟しておけ。
As we talk, we head towards the park. There's a bazaar here today. I hope the bazaar isn't crowded.
そうだな。そもそもバザーとやらは初めてだ。いつとはまた別であるのだろう？
Yeah, it's a town bazaar, so... I can't really explain it. Well, you'll understand when you see it.
そうか。
You sure bought a lot.
うむ。
Still, smart of you to bring some of our money.
蛇の道は蛇だ。私も何も準備せずに世界に来たわけじゃない。双方の世界に顔の利く協力者がいるのだ。
For example, my dad, or his equivalent in their world most likely. I'm surprised there's nothing about this other world in the news.
困る人たちもいるのだ。特にこちらの世界の宗教関係者はな。魔法や蛇女が実在しては困るんじゃないか？
Eh? Ah, right. Yeah. Huh? I suddenly realized that I stopped thinking of those things as unusual. He did not. I swear, this only happened in this specific... what is it? Like, date. He still thinks of monster girls as an unusual. Heck, look at Tegusu's date on the last episode. He was like freaking scared of her throughout the whole date. Maybe I'm getting used to it. I guess that's not surprising. This outrageous situation has been going on for a while. It's natural I'd get used to it.
何のことだ？
No, nothing. Proxy cocks her head, then smiles at me. I still dislike the game for actually just showing me her, half body instead of her full body. This is so bait, man. This is not Monster Girl thing. They're definitely not aiming this toward real Monster Girl fanatics. I don't consider myself as like an aficionado of Monster Girls, but I do feel like this is like, a fake Monster Girl game.
まあいい。せっかくだ。荷物をまとめるのを手伝ってくれ。協力者に品を送らなければならない。そうするよう頼まれているのだ。
Okay, sure. Those collaborators must be people like my father. People who can trade with other worlds. By the time we finish separating out the items and sending them to Proxy's collaborators via a magical delivery service, the sun is already setting. What should we do about food?
どこか行こうとは思ってなかったのか？
I considered it. I thought an open cafe or something might be good. Someplace fancy and date-ish.
オープンカフェ。ああ、外にある飲食店か。
More like a cafe with seats outside, I think. But it's not worth correcting. Your size shouldn't be a problem there.
確かに、こちらの世界の建物の中というのは、我らにはやや手狭だからな。
Yeah, well...
建物を馬並みに作ってほしいものだ。
Eh?
日本語で大きいことを馬並みというのだろ。馬という生物になぞらえて、我らの種族が馬に乗った人間種に似ているのも知っている。
Right. That's not quite the right use of hung like a horse. I actually don't know that expression, so... No comment. I'm not sure how to correct her. It's true that it implies size.
見つけたぞ。あれがオープンカフェだな。
Proxy is pointing at a food stall. A yakisoba stall at the bazaar. That's different. It's a food stall, not an open cafe. Those are fancier.
いや、私はあれがいい。
Are you sure?
私好みだ。まるで戦場にいるようじゃないか。
Food stalls are delicious though. I definitely prefer food stalls than a cafe. Cafe usually has good-looking food, but they're usually like the deliciousness or the yum factor is kinda random. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. I guess depends on the cafe. Ah, okay. But food stalls usually are really good. And they're pretty damn cheap too. Well, if Proxy doesn't mind, I guess. Got it. Let's eat at the food stall then. Wow, we haven't gotten a CG on Proxy's date. This is unusual. When's the CG? We slurp up our yakisoba.
なかなか難しい食べ物だな。
Now you mention it, we haven't had noodles before. Now that, damn it. I don't think that's actually that's possible to actually make that sentence.
お、これは麺類というのか。
You don't have them in your country? Now you mention it. Yeah, I feel like that's not possible to make that sentence.
ない。強いて言えば南方にあるスルテンという食べ物に似ているな。
Suruten, huh?
よく似ている。
It seems the food customs in their world and ours aren't all that different. Well, they put down our food pretty quickly. I suppose it's not a surprise.
なかなかうまかった。もう少し油が濃い方が好みだが。
They put down our food pretty quickly. What does that mean? Does that mean like they eat our food or they got accustomed to our food pretty quickly? Maybe. You prefer a thicker Proxy?
こってり好き。新一はどうだ？
Yeah, I like it that way.
ならばそれでいい。私はこってり好きだ。肉料理も味の濃い方がいい。我が国に来ることがあれば、ぜひ肉料理を食べるといい。ナージャの帝国とは違い、ちゃんとした料理だ。
I have been eating lean meat way too much now that I actually prefer thicker lean meat rather than what they're trying to say here. They're probably saying that they like, fatty meat, right? But I don't know. I actually like lean meat. So tenderloin all the way. Don't get me wrong, I do like fatty meat too, but it does get too fatty at times and I can't eat too much. So I'd way much better prefer tenderloin because I can eat a lot. And I eat a lot of food. I'm a voluminous eater. Alright, Naja's side is all life chickens and Niku jaguars. Our tastes in food might actually match fairly well. Maybe we could have a better relationship than I thought. Well, shall we go then?
待て。その前に辺りはもう一回りしていかないか。
Yeah, sure.
ならば私に乗れ。
What's with her fixation of wanting me to get on her? Eh? She asked me to ride her on the way from the art exhibit to the bazaar, but we got interrupted. But now it's going on evening, and there are fewer people around. It should be safe, I think.
いいから乗れ。だからその馬のように。
Is this something sexual that they do in her world or something, or what? I mean, the fact that they're monster girls, right? So centaurs, there's gotta be like a centaur man. And I don't think a man would ride her unless they're like having sex, right? I don't know. This is awkward. Got it. Proxy helps me up. I straddle her back. Is this supposed to be like, you know, supposed to be mimicking sex or what? Oh, that's how Shinichi looks like? He looks a lot more nerdy than I thought. And a lot more intelligent than I thought, too. Oh, huh.
どうした？大丈夫か？
Yeah, I'm fine. This feels pretty good. Yeah, her lower half is actually fucking insane, man. Look at how big, like, the actual body part of the horse is compared to those thin legs. And her thin body. It's actually pretty insane. The proportions, I mean. It's supposed to be difficult to ride a horse without a saddle, but with Proxy, it's no problem. If anything, I feel like we're one body. Yeah, you don't want to say that, my dude.
どうだ？そうか。
Oh, sorry about that. I thought she was done. Yeah, it feels good.
では、
Oh, sorry about that. Again. But can you blame me? She said the then let's move on that part, see?
では、急ごう。
Wow! Wow! This is so stupid. I feel like they're really pushing Proxy to you because she's so boring.
日本世界の夕焼けも悪くない。赤い夕日の中を走ると体が空へと広がる気分だ。それに木々や草花のある景色も好きだ。だがここの木々は人の手が入れられているな。
Yeah, because it's a park. And we can't live without taking control of nature.
わかる。私の国も自然に手を入れる。木々を伐採もすれば、堰で川の流れも変える。住みよい国を作るためにな。
Man, Proxy, we humans do a lot more than just that. We shape a lot of our a lot of our towns into crazy stuff. That's unexpected. I really thought you would leave things natural.
デミウルゴスは科学の劣った世界だから？
No. Actually, she's right. Because it's a fantasy world, I assume they left the environment alone. Thinking about it, the fact that they can travel to different worlds mean their civilization is probably more advanced than ours.
気にするな。私もこの世界について似たようなことを考えていた。だが、実際に目にして考えを正した。私はこの国が好きだ。私の国と似ている。
I feel like this is way too quick. What's the trigger for this? There is no trigger for them to actually both be liking or, you know, to be so open-minded about each other's countries. Look at all the other dates. Shinichi was still like being how he was like in both chapter 1 and chapter 2 and the prologue. What jumpstart this whole situation? I feel like this is the inconsistent route. Eh? Proxy's looking at me.
この国は私の第二の故郷だ。そう思ってもいい。それぐらい好きになっている。
Wow. Thank you. Nobody could object to being told that someone likes their country. I'm honestly grateful. I don't know about that. I'm not really patriotistic? Patriotistic? Is that the word? I don't really care too much whether someone compliments Indonesia or not. I really don't care. I don't associate myself with Indonesia. I am my own person. I don't know. I guess I definitely am influenced a lot more by Western countries and the fact that I am very individualistic. So what my country does, I'm not really proud. I'm only proud if I do something myself. Even if my family does something, I'm not gonna be proud for them, right? That's how bad of an individualist I am. I am only proud if I do something. If I have a kid and he does something, I'm not gonna be proud that my kid does that something. He should be proud of it himself. I will teach that to him. But I myself won't be proud. Because that's not my achievement.
だが、この国を好きになったのは最後だ。最初は違うものを好きになったんだ。
Oh really? What was that? Will you tell me? God, this is so cheesy.
それを聞いてほしい。
Roxy's expression turns earnest. Suddenly, things feel very serious. I sit up straighter.
私はナージャに対抗する意味で新一にプロポーズをした。
Yeah?
だが今は別の考えがある。
Her date is actually the longest out of everyone, by the way. We're at 40 minutes and we haven't gotten into the H scene. I think Tegusu was like, what, 15 minutes? And she doesn't have an H scene. Komodori's was about 30 minutes with an H scene. How is that?
私はさっき新一を背中に乗せた。我らの種にとってそれは特別な意味を持つのだ。
A special meaning?
そうだ。それは全幅の信頼と忠誠。そしてあなたを愛してます。
What was the trigger? I barely know you. We barely had interaction.
私はナージャへの対抗心なしで新一、お前のことを好きになった。
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a logic kind of guy. If there's no interaction and there's no memories that actually make us comfortable with each other, what was the trigger? Unlike everyone else, she actually just wanted to compete with Naja, yeah. That's... Thank you.
私によって新一、お前はなくてはならない存在だ。
God, the fact that she's like this is actually making me dislike her more. But... Proxy! Suddenly, Proxy takes off running. Around the park, much faster than the first time. So are we gonna sex her?
いよいよ初夜だな。
Yeah. We're in the stable. No, in Proxy's room. Because its resident is Proxy rather than a horse, it's much cleaner than a real stable. Not dirty, just simple and Spartan. How does she poop, I wonder? Horses just poop in the environment. So how does she poop? Does she just poop outside and she cleans herself after that? I don't know. She told me that the knights of the catalog all sleep in stables like this when they're at war. This is just me being very critical, by the way. But I feel like people who like monster girls, they disregard a lot of the negative or cons that happens with liking monster girls, right? So when you're a spider, like, how do they poop? How do they pee? Stuff like that. I feel like they don't want to see stuff like that, and they just like the, you know, the physical traits themselves. Right? I'm too much of a logical guy to be able to just accept that as is. Like, I don't mind their physical appearance. They don't disgust me or anything, right? But think about it logically. How would you really want to sex a horse if the bottom part of a centaur is a horse? Or is that just your lusty mind thinking that, oh my god, it's a hole and it has a cute face? Sorry guys, this is just how Azai is. Even though this is a nukige, I always overthink stuff. A little more than 2,000 years ago, the Messiah was born in a simple stable like this. Since then, even knights have tried to lead simple, humble lifestyles. I feel like I've heard about a Messiah born in a stable somewhere before. I think that's Jesus, right? In any case, we're sitting side by side on the straw.
すまんが言い忘れたことがある。
Hmm? What's that?
私は聖騎士で、その神にミサを立てている。だからその交わるのは。
Yeah, just use your fingers or something, Proxy. What?
お尻でしてくれないか。
That's even worse. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Why is the butt the first thing in your mind? Why can't you say I'm gonna use my mouth? Why can't you just say I can use my hands or your boobs or whatever? Why the butt the first one? Not that I'm against it. I'm an ass man myself. Eh? Sorry, Shinichi.
そんな大声を出すな。私だって恥ずかしいんだ。
Though I don't know about actually fucking a horse butt though. But that's anal sex!
そうだ、そのアナーセックだ。こっちに来てから知ったのだ。肛門でセックスすれば純潔は守られると。
I have a strange feeling. That seems like some awfully specific knowledge. Who was it? Who taught Proxy about that? I don't think people actually say to God, but okay, Yuki. Proxy, about the butt.
嫌ならいいんだ。嫌なら不浄の場所に弾痕を入れるのは抵抗があるだろう。
No problem. I'm fine with it. Shinichi, what the heck happened to you?
そんな無理しなくていい。
It's fine. Leave it to me. They made... This is definitely what I said, man. They made Proxy so boring that they actually have to change Shinichi into someone who's just lovey-dovey with her all of a sudden. Because I feel like he wouldn't... I feel like he actually would, you know, slap her face or something if she were to come on this hard on him. And he still doesn't like monster girls. I feel like the developers are what is it, scared of wanting to have a main character that's, you know, strong. I've made up my mind. Proxy overcame her embarrassment. I have to do the same. This is so weird. Her top half is actually really pretty, but her bottom half is making me just question myself. Patreon.com/Azaikyousuke, by the way. Alright, people on YouTube, I think we are safe. You guys just missed the most boring H scene yet. It was like so lovey-dovey and out of nowhere, man. I just can't do it. I still voice acted it till the end, but I was like questioning myself, who the fuck am I voice acting this whole time? This is not Shinichi, the guy who I voice acted for the whole 7 or 8 hours the past couple of episodes. Who is this guy? I look around the stable. There's a cot in the corner. Here is fine for today. Drenched in sweat and surrounded by an animal smell, I fall into a deep sleep. Like, what the fuck? Oh boy, I might have overdone it a little. I didn't know I had a sort of violent side like this. I can't believe I acted so selfish, lustful, and rough. I guess if you guys want to see Shinichi being the dominant, like, male, this is probably the route for you guys. Because in all of the routes, he definitely isn't dominant. Especially in Komadori's route, he's just pitiful. Proxy is probably the type to make people act that way. She kind of makes you want to tease her. Maybe that's why Naja treats her the way she does. Still, I wonder if I really did go too far. No, it's garbage. Ah, that's right. Let's see. Well, I was thinking a wild lifestyle might not be so bad. Just give me the choice, I'm gonna say no, damn it. That's true, but this time, the date was more about letting her see my world. Nope. Nope. Now, which of my sisters is right? I can't believe we still got this choice after what the fuck they actually showed me with Proxy. But yeah, I'm gonna say no. I do not enjoy that at all. I assume you get individual routes if you say no to all of them except for one. But I wonder what's gonna happen if I say no to only Proxy, because I do not like what just happened. That was like the worst one so far because we were just out of character. Well now, I've gone on dates with 3 of my 4 fiancés and spent the night together, one way or another. Just one left. It's Naja's turn. I don't intend to favor her, but she was my first fiancé, and I've spent just a little more time with her than the others. I feel like I might treat her special. You didn't think that you treated like Proxy specially? You didn't think that? Then again, maybe not. I'm fine, is what I'd like to say, but I am a bit tired. No, I'll go on a date with Naja first and then decide. No, that's not it. No, that's not it either. Please stop trying to feel me out. I look around. Naja's not here. Where did Naja go? Preparing for the date? I should get ready too, or we'll never get anywhere. I'll go get ready. Sorry, Thank you. She's late. It's 10 minutes after the agreed time, and Naja's nowhere to be seen. What happened? Usually, she'd be here waiting. Did she change her mind about wanting to go on a date? She says a lot of things, but Naja is very proud. She might not want to be compared to the other girls.
遅れてるの気にしてる？嫌われたかもって心配してる？
No! Don't just make stuff up! Still, we're on Earth.
すまん、遅れた。
Watch out! I run over and catch Naja's fall.
すまぬな。まだ慣れぬから。
Did she change into feet? I was gonna say, how the hell do you fall with the lower half of a snake? You have like balance all over your body. Not used to... Eh? What? I can't believe my eyes. Something is really different. But what?
どうした？気づかないのか？
I can tell something is different.
そうであるか？
Ooh, she's wearing a skirt. So she dresses this way sometimes. Her lower body is usually exposed, or rather, slithering around, so this is new. When she moves a little, her skirt flutters lightly around. It looks good on you.
である？照れるな。
Yeah. Now, then, where should we go?
待て。
Hmm? What, Naja?
もっと言うことがあるであろう？
That skirt is cute. Is it new? I've heard it's always a good idea to praise a woman's clothes.
目ざといな。そうとも、これはオーダーメイドで、いや、そうではない。そういうことではなかろう。
Did you cut your hair?
なんじは丹野さんであるか。確かに髪もセットし直した。新一たちの世界で評判の店でな。
Then that bag.
しゃー！いい加減にしろ！
Eh? Huh? I can't hear the usual rattling. What's going on? Eh? Huh? Naja! Your body! Did you transform into a human? Did you grow legs?
新一は面白いことを言う。それは無理だ。いかなる魔法を使えば足など生やせよう。
Interdimensional transport and beams of magic are impossible too. At least for us humans of Japan.
人間種用のスカートを履き、はみ出た足は名手の方で隠した。新奇跡を14粒もつけておる。
What are these Meishi's law? I guess it's just transparent. If I squint, I can barely see her snake tail. And I can just hear the rattling.
あれ？この通り。
Whoa! Cut it out! Don't flip your own skirt. Aren't you embarrassed?
なぜ恥ずかしがる？スカートの下はいつもの格好であるぞ。
Still, it's kind of embarrassing.
なんか、とは何であるか？
No, you see, I couldn't help taking a quick glance inside the skirt. Like she said, it was her usual snake body and jewelry. But only that. No panties. What a shame! It should be a letdown, but... This is kinda weird.
どうした？新一。
Nothing. Just... Why are you dressed like that?
これはであるな。つまり、なんか、やってみたのだ。
Felt like it, huh?
新一が喜ぶと思ってな。これなら何時にも人間種風に見えよう。
So she wants me to see her as a human for a little while. Just like the people fooled by her perception manipulation magic. It's for my sake. How to put this feeling? Not bad.
さあ、それではデートだ。出かけるぞ。
Yeah, got it. The watch reads 3 p.m. My date with Naja has begun. This better be a lot more than the date with Proxy, because Proxy's date was clearly, in favor of her compared to all the other girls.
なぜやる？あんなことまでやっちゃうんだ。だよね。やりすぎだよね。まあいっか。なんとかなるでしょ。いいのかな。なんだか良くない気がするよ。
The skirt flutters with each movement. Naja's current appearance is a very complicated disguise, because it's still all snake under the skirt. The fabric flutters in strange ways as she moves. On top of that, if I squint, I can see her transparent tail, and the tracks she leaves on the ground are obviously not footprints. But she still looks much closer to a human than usual, and for me, that's a fresh feeling. I'm kind of nervous. This is new, and I'm not used to this Naja. For better or for worse, it makes me less comfortable. What did Naja pull? Like this, it feels like I'm on a date with a normal girl.
それで新一、デートのプランは？
That depends on where you'd like to go.
要はどこでもよい。
Where should we go? I thought about a movie. It's mundane, but since Naja came from another world, it might be interesting for her. I personally don't think I'm ever gonna go on movie theaters anymore. I just don't watch movies, man, and I feel like it'll be way too boring. I probably would fall asleep if I go to a movie theater now, not gonna lie. My attention span is the attention span of a freaking, I don't know, snail, I guess. Other than that, it's another standard date option. But an amusement park is a possibility.
なんだ、何も考えておらぬのか？
No, that's not it.
要するに、他のやつといろいろ言ったので、世にちょうどいい場所がなくなってしまったということか。
Bullseye. I have no excuse.
なあ、よいよい。それぐらいはお見通しよ。
Sorry.
謝るな。デートコースがそうたくさんあるとは思っておらぬ。おすすめデートコースというのはどの本でも似たような場所ばかりであったからな。であるから世が悪い。一番最後で良いなどと言ってしまったのだからな。
Huh.
どうしてあっけに取られておる？
Sorry. I can't believe this is Naja. I thought Naja was an arrogant, selfish princess who thinks all the parallel worlds revolve around her. To think she could be so understanding. What on earth happened to her?
世が理解があるので驚いたか？世だってバカではない。いろいろ勉強させてもらったわ。結果、物ばかりが良くなっただけである。
I see.
世は勉強熱心であるのだ。口モテるもチョコレートも、この世界の女どもが男を得るために読む本も山ほど読んだ。
Petite Motel and Chocolate are women's magazines. She must have borrowed them from my sisters and the girls in class. From a male perspective, they're not necessarily a positive influence.
この前出たばかりの最新号に、物分かりの良い尽くす系女子がモテる。あなたの愛情は3倍返してもらおうと書いてあった。
Men love an understanding and devoted woman. I think that's pretty fair. But I don't know about that last part. Triple? That's the white day chocolate giving rule. If the chocolate you give her isn't 3 times the value of what she gave you for Valentine's, you're screwed. I don't know that's a thing, but if that is a thing, that is actually a garbage rule. We don't have white day over here. So yeah, I have never actually given chocolates to anyone.
だから今日は安心してデートするがよい。
Yeah, sure. Okay. Whew. So, she swallowed the information in some magazines, and she's fully expecting me to pay her back. Naja is still Naja. Thank goodness. What? Why is that a relief? There's nothing good about Naja still being her usual tyrannical self. I shouldn't be relieved. I hate myself a little for being so used to the situation. And also, a magician shouldn't reveal her secrets. I missed the human, considerate Naja from a minute ago. That was probably better after all.
それではヨをデートに連れて行け。3カ所以上巡れば3倍だと言えるであろう。
Yes, yes, got it.
駅前か。ここでは何をするのだ？
I was thinking we'd go see a movie and drop by the arcade. How's that?
わざわざ聞くな。新一の好きでいいぞ。
But I think we need to agree on it. And I don't want to hear complaints later if she doesn't like it.
ラン新一の好きにせよ。世を楽しませる。それが男の解消であろう。ちゃんとリードせよ。デートは彼のリードに身を任せるものなのだ。
I don't necessarily think so. I feel like, like mutual understanding and all that is probably more beneficial. I wonder if there's any way to stop Naja reading those magazines. On the other hand, men's magazines have similar advice. It's the whole gender, roles thing. Alright, let's go then. It's kind of propaganda at this point. I mean, considering how, people are free to become whatever they want nowadays.
おい、そんなに急ぐな。
Naja, are you okay? Naja suddenly fell down. What happened?
バカ者。だから言わぬことではない。汝の歩みに合わせようとしたからだ。
Huh? Was something wrong with my pace?
要はスカートなのであるぞ。初めての。まだ慣れておらぬのだ。
Sorry, but I thought the whole bottom part is still, like the same body. I see. So her skirt caught on her tail and she fell. I screwed up. Really? That's how it works? Really? Isn't that weird?
ゆっくり歩くのだ。ゆっくり。
Got it. I take Naja's hand and set off at a stroll. How is this?
手を握るだけでは不安である。腕を絡めるのだ。
Okay. Before I know it, we're walking arm in arm. People are starting to look at us. Are we strange somehow? Everyone is looking at us.
大方、世の美しさに驚いているのだろう。そして、それを連れている男がどんなやつかと気になって仕方ないのだ。
Is that so?
そうとも。世と長くいすぎて忘れたか？世は絶世の美女であるのだぞ。
Eh? Yeah, I guess? She shouldn't say it herself, but Naja really is a beauty. Probably an incredible one. But I don't quite see it. Naja is a snake. No, a Gorgonian noble, or some such? At any rate, she's not human. I think being something other than human is a pretty major hurdle. However beautiful her top half is, her tongue is forked, and her fangs are really something. Her skirt hides the tail of a serpent. See, this is Shinichi! But you just fucked Proxy like it was no problem yesterday! What happened? That date is actually retarded! She does this to Naja, who clearly he can see has 2 legs. But he actually fucked Proxy's butt. What happened? What happened, man? I could understand if that was actually in her route, but that was actually probably a choice to get into her route. But the people passing by don't know that. They probably only see a beautiful foreigner. Huh? Does that mean I'm in the minority? Of all the people on this major street, I'm the only one seeing something different. Doesn't that mean I'm the one who has it wrong? No! This is what you need to understand. It's okay to have outside influences to, monitor whether or not something you do is correct or wrong sometimes. But if you have full conviction that what you're doing is right, no, stick with your convictions. As long as it's legal, okay? Because, like, the law is something that we have because it prevents us from doing something illegal or something stupid like killing someone. Even if sometimes it is just. For you anyway, like, you know, if you kill someone by doing like a vendetta for your family, is it just? The law can't say it's just because you're still killing someone, but to you it's just, right? That's why I feel like there needs to be boundaries. But clearly, this is something that you need to have principles on, Shinichi. What the fuck? No, that's not true. I'm overthinking it. But if I forget that Naja is a snake, typo? Then objectively, the situation is simply that I'm walking with a beauty. Whether that's real or...
どうした？
No, I was just about to come to some philosophical realization.
新一は難しいことを言う。
I was thinking that maybe you should just be yourself, and I'm the one who ought to change.
スカートは似合っておらぬと。
No, it's not that.
おうならばいつもの世が一番可愛いと
Is that it? No, but close? Ah, whatever. I don't even know anymore.
ほれ映画館である今すぐ入れると言っておるぞ
2 hours later.
すごかったすごかった気分が悪い
Are you okay? Maybe the 3D was too much.
ダメではないただ少し疲れた新一はどうであった
I'm fine. Maybe the glasses were no good.
さあな人間種とは目の作りが違うのかもしれぬすまんが少し休んでいこう
Then over here. Okay, so this is the CG we got. And so we take a break in a slightly fancy cafe.
これはなんだ
How is she sitting though? I thought she had the body of a snake. Shouldn't she still be standing technically? But I guess this is our perception of what's going on. You don't know? It's a parfait. A fruit parfait. Try it. It's good. Naja picks up her spoon and takes a bite of the parfait.
冷たいそれに
Huh? You've never had anything cold before? I guess we never gave you ice cream or juice. In this world, we eat a lot of cold, sweet things.
ズキーンとした。
なんでやるか刃物でも入っておるのか
I think I've said this before, but I've never actually gotten a brain freeze. And I think I eat ice cream fairly quickly. So even you get that way.
でも誰が他になるのだ
That's what happens when you eat something cold. I get it sometimes too. Everybody does.
なのダメでやろうこんな
It'll be fine if you eat it slowly, a little at a time, and mix it up. Not just the ice cream, the fruit too.
また甘い冷えている
It's a canned peach. It's not as cold as the ice cream, right? Instead, it's soaked in syrup and very sweet. Really? That's super unhealthy then. You like sweet things, don't you, Naja? Naja slowly picks at the parfait. She seems to be starting to appreciate the harmony of sweetness and cold.
良いこれは良いな
I guess these dates are actually supposed to show you that these girls are like girlish too, right? But I was just so shocked about what happened with Proxy because the first two that I got, the one with Tegusu and also Komodori, was the typical date that I thought was gonna happen. Shinichi still being adamant about his stance on monster girls. Yeah, I like them too.
そうか、新一も好きか。ならば、ヨも好きになろう。
Huh? Why?
新一が好きなものをヨがもっと好きになれば、新一も嬉しかろう。
Technically, that would make me happy if the person that I like likes the stuff that I do too. But they don't have to force it.
新一が嬉しければ、ヨはもっともっと嬉しい。
Really? I'm not so sure about this. Naja is an imperial princess, the daughter of the most powerful person in her country. But she's enjoying a parfait with me in a cafe like this. It's a strange feeling. In a movie I saw a long time ago, a princess hid her identity and took a stroll around Rome. But Naja is enjoying a date with me without even trying to hide her identity as a princess of the Gorgonian Empire. I was waiting for her to actually say that word, but she doesn't have a voice line, it looks like. It said there's a voice, but I didn't hear it. Do you guys hear it? I swear I didn't hear a voice.
我が国はレミウルゴスではかなり進んだ国と自負していたが、どうやらまだまだであったようだな。
I'm sure that's not the case. Different countries develop in different ways.
いや、ヨはこの国に来て驚くことばかりだ。やはり平和だからであろうな。だからこそこれほど豊かな、そもそも平和というものを実感できたのはこれが初めてのことであった。
Really?
バイアンもいるからな。あまり自分の国を悪く言いたくない。だがこれでよくわかる。戦争はいかん。平和こそが国を発展させる下地だ。
I mean, duh. You don't have to teach me that war is bad. We've got a whole, like, lots of histories that teaches war is bad. Yeah, I don't know anything about war, but having always lived in peace, from time to time, well, I think it's kind of boring. That's probably a very privileged perspective.
ああ、だがそれもまた当然のこと。分かっておれば十分だろう。新一は優しくて聡明だ。世や世の国のような存在を知ったからその考えに至ったのだ。ありがとう。世の国を、世の国民のことを思ってくれて。
So, I feel like Proxy and Naja are both understanding. So, the two outliers are definitely Komadori and Tegusu. If we don't marry Tegusu, she's gonna kill herself. And Komadori, I don't even know why she wants to marry us in the first place. I'm definitely not thinking on that level. I probably think the same as everyone who grew up in peaceful, carefree Japan. Nothing special about it at all. It's already evening.
であるな。
Since we came all the way here, I should have bought you something.
プレゼントか？よいよい、気にせずとも。世は世で十分満足しておる。
Still, it's been too uneventful for a date.
あるではないか。こうして汝と二人っきり。誰にも邪魔されず、静かに夕日を眺めている。これこそがイベントであり、プレゼントだ。
I actually never thought about that. I do take things for granted, so can't really say. Oh, sorry about that. I was moving the mic. Can't say that me just looking at the sunset with my family is like a privilege that I am usually grateful for. But I guess I should be grateful about that sometimes.
これより素敵なものはない。
I can think a lot of things better than that, though. Naja. A gentle light surrounds us. Sunset. Soon, that light will turn to shadow, and night will fall. For this fleeting moment between day and night, we are together. Is that from a magazine too?
いや、書物にはいい女たるもの、高価なプレゼントをもらうべしと書いてあった。
What a garbage book.
人間種式は難しいな。
No, I think she's doing pretty well. A good woman, human style.
いいなあ、これは。見よ、こんなに赤く美しい。
I can't really appreciate nature all that much, Naja. Not really a nature person. Yeah.
さまざまなものを見た。さまざまな国、さまざまな世界で。だが、ここまで美しく優しいものを見たのは初めてだ。
Yeah. I feel the same way. When was the last time I was moved by a sunset like this? Probably never.
新一、お前と一緒に見ているからだな。
I don't know, man. I don't think I'm the type of person that even if I were with someone special, I'd be like, this moment is special because I'm with you. I don't feel like I'm that sort of person. I don't know what would actually count as a good memory with my significant other if I do, like, go on a date. I don't know. Probably like... If we were like in a bad spot and we both struggled hard to get out of that bad spot, I feel like that would be a memorable event for me. But other than that, I actually cannot think of anything.
ロバ、これまでゴルゴネイオンの公女として強くあらねばならんと戒めてきた。だから美しいとか可愛らしいとか優しいとかいうのはすべてダジャクだと切って捨てていた。だが今は違う。新一と一緒にいるととても柔らかい気持ちになれるのだ。これはどういうことだろうか。
I feel like this is a bit too fast too, Naja, but at least you're making a lot more sense than Proxy. Isn't that because you're in love? With me? I'm embarrassed to say it, but that's probably it. More than likely. It's because of love that we can feel this way.
そうであるのか。ヨが新一を愛しているからこのように世界が美しく見えるのか。
Yeah, this is also making me really happy. It's strange. When I met Naja, I saw her as a monster, but now she looks so womanly. I take Naja's hand. On my own initiative, without being told. Naja seems surprised for a second, but she calmly returns my grip. I press my lips to hers. She accepts the kiss. Our lips touch. Chilly. But a moment later, yeah, I don't think we even kissed Proxy. We just straight up did. We just straight up banged her. Like, what the fuck, man? Ha! Ah! What are you doing?
いや、舌を入れただけだが。
I don't think first date kisses involve tongue.
そんなことはない。入れるのも入れないのも自由なはずだ。
No, it's not. It wastes all the attention.
そもそも緊張しているならキスなんかせん。それに舌くらいなんだ。
I don't think first dates usually end with tongue kiss, yeah. I mean, a light peck is probably okay. Heck, I don't think my first date I would probably kiss the person. Maybe a kiss on the cheek is okay though.
我らはほれ、フェラチオもパイズにもう済ましているであろう。なぜ舌くらいでとやかく言う？
That's... I can't help laughing.
何がおかしい？
No, it's just kind of strange. I'm not gonna laugh, Shinichi. You'll just have to take that laugh for what it is, guys.
勝手に笑っておれ。
After we laugh together for a while, we look at each other's faces again.
愛してる新一
Yeah, I know. But I can't give a better answer than that. I don't know if I'll choose Naja. The other girls are the same way. They're just as important to me. I can't choose any of them until I fully accepted all of them. Wait, what the hell? Whoa, what the hell? What do you mean all of them is as important to you? Did you not see what the hell Komadori did to you? Did you forget? And what did Tegusu ever did to you? You don't seem to harbor any sort of special feelings for her. The hell? Shall we head back?
ディナーはないのか
We'll eat at home.
そうかちょっと残念であるがしかし家の方が良い
Right? We head home holding hands, as if it's the most natural thing in the world. I'm having myself a think regarding whether I haven't slipped up and fallen in love with Naja. It really was a good feeling. The sunset we saw together was even moving, so I started to find Naja pleasant to be around. It's true that she's a monster, not a human, a resident of another world, a Gorgonian royal. You never mentioned this in Proxy's date! But it doesn't bother me that much. Actually, it bothers me more when she goes out of her way to seem human like today. I finally understand a little what Tsunayoshi was saying. People can't be judged by appearances. That's very true. An everyday platitude, but it feels very real to me now. I feel like to some degree we can actually judge someone based on their appearance. Like when I was fat, did you think it took me a lot of effort to not be fat or, to become fat? No, I just eat shit. It was really easy for me to become fat, right? It's probably a lot of effort to actually become like super obese. Like, I'm talking about 300 pounds, 400 pounds. I cannot relate to people who are that obese. I don't know how people can even get to that point. When I was like 76 kilos, how many pounds is that? 180 maybe? Even when I was like 180 pounds, I feel like shit. I can't even imagine being like heavier than that. To not being able to actually move your body as easily. Even at that point, I was also not as like agile as I wanted. So yeah, I think it actually takes effort to become that fat. So yeah, to me, I feel like you can judge someone based on appearance a tiny bit. Like, it takes a lot of effort to maintain a healthy and slim body for sure. Naja helped me realize that. No, not just Naja. I'm sure the other girls helped too. Come in. It's time. I opened the door.
さあ始めるぞ
So are we gonna have straight on sex or what? Yeah. It's time for our first night. I embraced Naja. Yeah, Shinichi is really skinny. I do feel like he's borderline anorexic. Need more meat. Her skin is as cool as ever. I'm still not used to it. Naja's body's great. I mean, ignoring the fact that the lower body part is snake. But her body's great. Her boobs are a bit too big though. Other than that, it's pretty nice. But I don't find it nearly as unpleasant as before. Now, it seems natural. Oh, forgot to say, patreon.com/Azaikyousuke. Because the text was actually not that sexual just yet, so I was like, I didn't say it. But we are already seeing the sexual CG. So people on YouTube, I will see you guys later. Naja is a monster. Alright. So I actually gotta end this prematurely. I was gonna actually end after I choose, like, if there's gonna be like a yes, no, just like all the previous dates. But you guys on YouTube didn't hear it, but I got a message from work, even though it's 8:34 p.m. I gotta do some work, so I'm gonna have to end right now. But yeah, that was an actual decent H scene compared to what happened with Proxy. Thank God, on the last episode, I actually ended after I finished Tegusu, because these two dates are actually 2 hours, 26 minutes of recording time. Proxy's is probably like the longest one. Like, her H scene wasn't that long, but the date was actually super long. And I think overall, yeah, I'd say Naja's is about the same. Maybe a bit less. Yeah, if I were to cut this into two, so Naja's like maybe an hour with the H scene, and Proxy's like an hour 20 minutes with the H scene. But yeah, unlike Proxy's H scene, Shinichi is a lot more believable in what's going on. I don't know what's gonna happen if I actually choose to cancel or choose no when the game says whether or not I like Naja or not after what happened. I would actually be curious to see if she would kill all of humans after she got heartbroken or something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. And of course, if you guys are on YouTube but are not on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member of Patreon, because that's going to be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. See ya, guys.